Hi friends! For this week I want to talk about bottling up emotions because it's something we have all done and a lot of us just kind of continuously do it even though we know it's not great. As I said, we've all bottled up our emotions at least once in our lives. It often feels like the easiest solution. Sometimes we get mad about something or sad about something but we don't want to express it, so we just keep it for ourselves deep inside and ignore it. This feels like by far the easiest solution. You don't have to face the issue that you have in your life. You don't have to face those negative feelings and you can continue going as if nothing's happening. That's the thing. It's as if nothing's happening. The problem with bottling up our emotions is it doesn't actually stop our emotions from happening. When you act like you don't feel angry and keep that anger inside, you still feel angry. You're just not facing it. By not facing it, you're letting that anger stew and get worse. You're not facing it and working your way through it and getting rid of it. Obviously, facing some of these negative things in our lives can be extremely difficult, and it's just so much easier to act like nothing's going wrong. But the sooner we face something, the sooner we can actually work through it and be done with it and move on. All of us who have bottled up our emotions know that the longer you wait until you face it, the worse it gets. So what can we do when we're feeling something and we don't want to express it, but we want to stop feeling that thing and we want to move on with our lives? Well, a good thing we can do actually comes from grief counselling. In grief counselling, you're often told to write a letter to the loved one that you've lost. In this letter, pour out everything that you wish you could say to them if you were able to talk to them one last time. Really put down everything you want to say. Once you're done with the letter, obviously you can't send it to the person, but that's the point. Keep it. Keep it and you can read over and look over every time you feel the need to. It will help you process your emotions. Sometimes even better than just keeping it, read it out loud. This may make you feel really stupid, especially if you live with other people and you don't want them to hear you. The advantage of reading something out loud is you will hear the words. Hearing words makes them more real for us. It makes something concrete. It's why it's sometimes very easy to think something but really difficult to say it, because once you've said it, it's real. Do the same thing with emotions that you're bottling up. When you feel that there's an emotion you're feeling that you don't want to express for whatever reason, don't just hold on to it inside you. Get a piece of paper and a pen. You do need to do this physically. Though a lot of people tend to prefer typing than writing physically, science has shown that actually physically writing something down helps you express your emotions better. It's due to the links we have between our physical actions and our brain, which is not something you get through typing. So take your piece of paper and your pen and just write. Write anything and everything that has to do with what you're feeling and the situation that made you feel that way. For example, say you had a co-worker or someone in your class who was really annoying you that day and you couldn't react to it. When you get home, write down what the situation was, what they did that angered you, what they said that angered you. Write everything. Tell them exactly what you wish you could tell them. Again, like in grief counseling, don't send this letter. Sending this letter is not going to help anyone. Don't even address the letter in case it gets sent accidentally. Keep it for yourself. Read it out loud so you can allow these emotions to come out of your body and express them in a healthy and natural way. Once you're done with it, it's up to you. Do you want to be able to hold on to this letter so you can revisit this and potentially work through the emotions if they were to come up again? Or you can get rid of the letter. In this case, some people like just throwing it out and some people have a more drastic approach. Some people will put the letter in water or will burn it to get rid of it entirely. Obviously, if you're going to burn it, please do so in a safe, ventilated area, and if you're a minor, please do so with an adult around you. Basically, don't burn things without thinking it through. It may feel very counterproductive having to spend time writing out this letter when you're just trying to avoid the feelings, but this allows you to get rid of these emotions and process what's going on without exploding. Because that's what happens. When you bottle up your feelings, there's a day you just explode and everything comes out at once. Some people bottle things up for years before they finally break, and then they go through hours and hours of anger and sadness and pain and hurt, things that they've been feeling over years and just never processed. Going through that in the span of 2 hours is extremely painful and very hard to come back from. It's so much easier to just face things as they come, process them, get through them, learn from them, get stronger from them, and move on. Remember, when you're writing that letter, it's important to actually physically be writing it using a pen and paper, or pencil and paper if you want, to you, but actually physically writing the words down, not just typing them. And if that's not enough, once you're done, remember to read it out loud. It'll really help the words sink into your brain and allow you to process them better. And most importantly, do not send this letter. If you feel that after writing the letter you'd like to process these emotions with the person that made you feel this way, then you can do so face to face. But don't send them a letter full of hate or sadness or anger or whatever it is. That's not going to help anybody's situation. It is Sunday lunchtime and we are at the beach. Well, we're technically on a pier in the middle of nowhere. There's no beach. Hi, Ben. The beach is back that way. But it's a beautiful day and we thought we should enjoy it and come to the ocean. The ocean? The beach. I'm tired. Look how still the water is though.
Yeah. It's a beautiful day.
It is. It's so calm. And it is winter for us in the southern hemisphere. So this is a very nice winter's day. It's still cold though. Yes, cold by Australian standards. You can see to the bottom. Okay, it's not deep here. You can still see to the bottom. So what's really cool, so here obviously I said we're on the pier and that's the seaside as to where we are. And then over there, just behind there, just there basically is Melbourne, which we'll be able to see once we walk along there more. But over there is actually the other side of the bay. You can just about see it on the horizon. So it's really cool that on a clear day you can see all the way around, because when you turn over you can see this side too, and we live there-ish somewhere, potentially. I'm not sure where we live in relation to here. So you can really see that's one end of the bay, and then you can see all the way around, Ben with his milkshake, all the way to the other side. Look at these cute little statues. So there's a cuttlefish, there's what I'm assuming is a conch shell, and there's a triggerfish. You can tell he's got his little trigger down, so when these fish get irritated that goes straight up as a warning symbol. Fish nerd. Seagulls! Seagulls! Look at these two. Oop, one of them, oh, nope, they've both lost their heads. Oh, it's back. And the other one's kind of back. And so that's the other side of the bay, and as promised, around the corner, there's the centre of Melbourne. So it's really not that far. Everybody has their own rock. They don't share these ones. Selfish. The swans are back. They're screaming for some reason. And there it is. And there's all the seagulls. It's so pretty. So peaceful at the sound of the waves. More seagulls. So we're back in the car on the way home. It just started raining. I'll show you this actually. So you can see it's now raining. So it's time to go home, back to Nanny. So we're back from the beach. I just had a shower to kind of wash all the salty air out of my hair. And yeah, that's pretty much it really for this vlog. Unfortunately, again, this week we've just been so busy with non-vlogging things. Ben was doing his last week of the semester at university, so he's been really busy with small exams, handing in assignments and projects and that kind of stuff. So we really just haven't been up too much. One thing that I did do this week, that I was holding off on telling you guys until it was finished, is I recorded a podcast episode with Bacon and Eggs, a Movie Lovers podcast. So you guys have heard me talk about Bacon and Eggs a few times already on the vlog. It's a podcast I really like. It's two friends, Tyler and Ethan, who review movies. So they kind of talk about the things they liked and like that kind of stuff, and it's a lot of fun. So what I did with them is what they call a Sunday brunch. So it's kind of an extra episode, it's not so much a movie review. And we talked a bit about where I stand in the LGBTQAI+ community, how I ended up moving to Australia with Ben, and the majority of the episode we actually ended up sorting Hunger Games characters into the Hogwarts houses. Which was really funny because those of you who are on my Patreon know I've already done a video doing this where I sorted 24 of the characters. We didn't end up doing all 24 of the characters on the episode together because that would have just taken way too long. But we did do a few of them and it was a lot of fun. So I'll leave a link to that in the description down below, and I'll probably put a card somewhere on the screen so you guys can go check that out if you want to. Now that Ben is off to uni for the next 6 weeks, we're definitely going to be doing more things. I know I've said that so many times already, but now there's no distractions, there's no university projects to need inputting or anything like that, so we're definitely going to have more time to do stuff, and I'm definitely taking you guys with us. But that's it from me, so till next time, bye!